What is up, everybody, and welcome back to the Jake Gagain Show. My name is Jake Gagain, and thank you for joining me here today, guys. We posted a video yesterday from Shibanalyst about the Shiba Swap, a first look. We talked about Dig and Woof, and I'll tell you what, the feedback was incredible, so I decided to post a second video today from Shibanalyst. Shout out to Steve, and this video is going to be a tutorial on staking, otherwise known as Bury. So before we get into this, guys, spread this message, help spread this message with as many of the Shib Army as possible by smashing that like button. If you're new here, subscribe to my YouTube channel and turn on notifications, guys, and leave a comment below and let me know why you are bullish on Shib. But as I said, guys, we are going to be going to YouTube again, directly from our friend Shibanalyst. So shout out to Shibanalyst. Make sure to hit a subscribe for him for doing these incredible tutorials. And the reason I'm doing these is just to spread the information on the Shiba Swap. But this one is going to be on burying or staking. And as you guys know, if you've been watching my videos, this is what I'm most excited about. So make sure to smash that like button, guys. Subscribe to my YouTube channel to stay up to date on all Shib news. And let's pass it away to Shibanalyst for another incredible tutorial. This one is on the Shiba Swap, on the bury aspect. Take it away, Shib.
Now, the difference with bury is this is a one-stop shop. Everything happens within this tab. So once you come in, you'll notice there's three different tabs. One is for Shib, one is for leash, one is for bone. And I'll walk you through all three of them. Once the live feed are on, you'll be able to see how much annual percentage yields that you get for your staked Shib, for your staked leash, and bone. All right, let's get into staking Shib. First thing you'll see up here is you'll see your total staked amount. And then here you'll see your wallet, how much you have in your wallet. And then here you'll see the token price. Again, the number is 0 because right now we're on the testnet and the live data is not available. So, and then if you go further down, you'll see stake and unstake. They both work similarly. You can either key in manually, or if you prefer, you can be like, okay, I want 25% of my portfolio. I want to stake 50% and so on and so forth. Same goes for unstaking. You can either key in manually how much you want, or you can just go by clicking a percentage that you prefer. Down here, you'll be able to track your rewards, which will be Bone and Ethereum. And if we go down here, let's look at this. So if you stake your Shib, you get Bone in returns. And according to the current numbers, you get 3% of all Bone per block. It is distributed to the pool of XShib. And XShib is the staked version of Shib. XShib is powerful because its pool includes the 3% Bone per block, but also 0.3% of all Ethereum swap transaction fees. We call this a double return puppy pool. So again, as you'll see over here, you'll notice that once you bury your Shib, you'll get XShib. And that XShib, it's basically a token that tracks the amount, the share of the pool that you have. And based on that share, you'll be allocated 3% of Bone that are minted per block, which will go in this pool. And based on your share on this pool, that's how you'll be rewarded. That's how much Bone you'll get. On top of that, you'll also get 0.3% of all Ethereum transactions. So if we go back over here, it all makes more sense now. So we've learned that you'll get 3% of all Bones minted per block, and then we'll also get 0.3% of all Ethereum swap transactions. So keep in mind, you'll get 33% of it, like you'll see over here. Your Wolf Bone will be released weekly for the next 6 months. Unclaimed amounts will continue to accrue onto next week. You'll receive 33% will be available readily, and then the rest, the 66%, will be locked for 6 months. However, you'll be rewarded weekly. Now, let's stake some things. Okay, let's say we want to stake 50% of our portfolio, and then we hit 50, and then we hit stake. And then we confirm it. So enter the dog yard. I love that. So we enter the dog yard now, meaning that we've staked it. And as you can see, now we only have 3.5 billion available now. That's how it works over here. Unfortunately, with the test version, there's no live data, so we won't be able to see it. You see, this is what it will look like. You'll see how much that is woofable this week, and then you'll see how much is locked, and then you'll see what's the next date. So this is what it will look like. That's staking SHIB for you. It's very straightforward, very simple, very easy. Now we can move on and go to leash and do exactly the same thing. And as you can notice, I ran out of leash. I don't have leash anymore. I already staked all of it. So in this example, I'm actually going to show you how it's done when you unstake it. So what I'm going to do is, like, I want to unstake 25% of it because I want to go and provide liquidity. So what I'm going to do is I select the 25%, I approve it, I confirm it, and then it does it really fast. It's approved. Once it's approved, I can unstake, and then I confirm it. I exit the dog yard. So I exited the dog yard, so I'm out. So, and as you can see, I now have 322 in my portfolio. I unstaked this. Now I can grab this and go over to dig and provide liquidity with it if I wanted to. If that was my plan, I would now go over there. I would be able to go to dig and provide liquidity. Okay, I would go here. I would pair it with Ethereum, go to leash, and you see I have my 322 leash that I have. So I can go to max. See, so I can come over here now and be like, okay, this is my 322 leash. Let me supply it. This is how much SSLP I'll receive. As I showed you in the last video, you know the drill. I can hit confirm. I confirm it again, and woof. I put in everything on my leash. I'm back to 0. So this is how you can play around. This is what staking can do to you. Okay, so it's not just you can stake. I showed you how you can stake. I showed you how you can unstake, and then with the amount that I unstaked, I provided liquidity, so it's back to 0 now. So that's how you unstake. You never just want to have it in your portfolio. Always make it work. Either you bury it or you provide liquidity with it. Always put your tokens to work. Put them to work all the time. Now that we've covered that, let's get into Bone itself. Okay, Bone, same thing, same drill. You see the 3 boxes here. We see how much we've buried. We see how much we have in our wallet. And then we see, over here, we would see the amount, the token price. Same concept. Down here, we see how much bone that will be able to woof right away, or that is locked, and the expiration date of the locking. Okay, if we come over here, I've showed you now how to stake and unstake. So what we're going to do right now is, with the bone, I want to do 2 things. I have so much bones right now. So I'm going to take 50% of it and stake it because I want to put it to work. I already have over 70,000 staked. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to diversify. I'm going to take 50% and stake it again, stake even more. So I've staked it, entered the dog yard. So I can see it jumped up. It's at 83,000 now, and I only have 13,000 left. So with this remaining, what I'm going to do is I'm going over and I want to provide liquidity. So I'll go over and provide liquidity. So I'll go here, pair it with Ethereum, Bone, and then you see I still have the 13,000. I want to maximize, put everything in it, and then I can hit supply. This is how much SSLP I'll receive, and then I confirm it again, and I provided liquidity now. It's been approved, and here you are. I got 0 balance again. So this is how you combine. You see that it's in combination. You're always combining. You can stake a couple of them. You can stake a certain amount. Once you're done staking, if you still have some left, you come over here, you dig them, And then once you're over here, you come back over here. So you notice that it's a constant playing back and forth. Now what we can also do now is look how much bone we got. We got so much bone, and we still have so much LPs, almost 112,000 bones. So let's make sure we deposit them in our wallet. So 111,952. Let's deposit this in our wallet. So it's pending right now. Great. So now that we've deposited this amount, you'll see so it's refreshed again. So notice this number right here. This is the 5.6 LP. This is the same amount I received in my last transaction I just showed to you. This is the amount that we get. So we got 5.6 LP because we provided liquidity. So we want to create even more bones. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit max. We're going to deposit all that LP. So it's processing it. So we've deposited it. And now you see the balance is back to 0. And it's now 16 LPs that we have. And soon you'll see how it starts accumulating again. Boom. There we go. It starts accumulating all over again. Okay, you get the idea. So the reason why I did that is because now we can go to berry. Now we can go to bone. And you see my portfolio. My portfolio is, you see how my portfolio is loaded back up. Remember I had 0 because I had given, remember I had 0. I took 50% and staked it, and the other 50% I just provided liquidity with it. And now I redeemed my bones and I got the 33. These are the 33% that I receive immediately, and the 63% will be locked. I'll be able, once this is a test net, that's why there are no live data available. But just to illustrate to you, I showed you how I invested 100% of it. 50% I restaked and 50% I provided liquidity. And I redeemed my available, I woofed or redeemed my available bones. And these are the 33% I got in return. And I have them and they're available to me right now. So anyway, if I wanted, I would go through the whole cycle again and then start burying this amount. But for right now, I'll leave it because perhaps I want to get this amount, sell it, and cash out. Okay. So just in case, so I showed you 3 different versions. I showed you the first version with Shib. I showed you how you can stake. The second with Leash, I showed you how you can unstake. And with this version, I'm showing you how you can just leave this in your portfolio. So basically, that's what I wanted to show you. I showed you how you bury because bury is really straightforward. Burying, everything happens within this tab right here. But you can see I played around with it today, showing you how you can combine. You can do combinations. You can stake it, you can unstake it, and if you still have in your portfolio, you can combine it with going over and providing liquidity with, or you can go and swap it with whatever other token that you want. You can be playing around with it however you want. This is very intuitive. It's very interactive. And this is what staking is about, though. It's really simple. And what I want you to know, it says it right here. On Shiba Swap, you can stake your token and lock them for a flexible period in order to receive returns, proportionally to your contribution to the pool. When you stake Shib, Leash, or Bone, you will receive X Shib, X Leash, and T Bone. That token represents your share of the pool. The returns are distributed weekly for all the users. Disclaimer, you will get more consistent returns if you don't unstake. The most time your tokens are staked, the more returns you will get back. That's a mechanism to ensure a fair return distribution among the holders, and it is independent for each one of the staked tokens. Remember, you can claim the 33% of your returns weekly, but the remaining 67% of them will be time locked for 6 months. That's always need to be in your mind. And with Shiba Swap, it's really a matter of combination. Okay, you can create strategies. It's about having a strategy for yourself. Okay, it's not like you can just, yes, if you can just use Berry. You can just use this tab alone by itself. Or if you into providing liquidity, you can only use these two tabs. But the point is, and this video, like I showed you, you can use a combination. You can be like a financial chemist and just work with all the tabs together. You can start with burying and then get your rewards, put them over here, dig them, and then you can come over here, redeem some of those rewards, and then restake them again, and then rinse and repeat. So it's up to you. You have to find your own personal strategy, how you want to be able to use this. I just want to show you how Shiba Swap is so versatile. There's so many different ways, different things you can do. You can customize it however you want based on your own preference and risk tolerance. Okay. And it's just an amazing interface. It's such an amazing tool. It's very interactive, and I'm just overwhelmed with it. The more I play with it, the more I'm impressed, and I'm just loving it. And I can't wait for you to get your hands on it. So this is all I have for you today. I hope this helped. I showed you how you stake. It's very straightforward. If you have any questions, as usual, I'm here for you. Just write down in the comment section below, and I'll make a video of the most popular questions. Thank you very much for your time. I hope this helped you out. In my next video, I'll combine swap and fetch. For now, I thank you very much and see you in the next video.
Shiba Gang.
All right, guys. So that was Shibanalyst again, talking about the staking portion. As you heard, we will be seeing the fetch portion coming pretty soon. But anyways, the Shiba Swap is coming soon, guys. We talked about the dig. We talked about the woof. Today, we talked about the staking aspect, which is Berry. As always, guys, like that video. Leave a comment below. Let me know your thoughts on the Shiba Swap. I'm very bullish. And subscribe to my YouTube channel to stay up to date on all Shib news. Shout out to Shibanalyst for the amazing video. Shout out to the Shib Army and the Shib community. Over 550,000 holders. Let's keep growing, and we will see all of you guys on the moon.